Interesting. That is a terrible way to go. Oh, I didn't even notice his metal cabinet locked tight. Another secret passageway. Meal ready to eat. Yep. Some MREs.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
So, in this part of the game, due to the music, there is a copyright infringement issue, so the audio got cut off. The music that's playing at this time is Waltz of the Flowers by Tchaikovsky, and even though it's a several hundred years old song, for whatever reason, it does not allow it to play. So I'll provide secondary commentary for this section of the game. So this is Gregory, and Sam is telling the story about Gregory. I think he saw things the rest of us don't. So Sam, of course, is Gregory's father, and this is little Gregory who's only a year old in the bath. And it took me a moment to figure out the mechanics here. And then I realized that I'm controlling the frog. I can make a leap up, out, and then there's Mom. Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to, and then the phone rings. Hold on, sweetie. And she's off to answer the phone. Hello? And she has a bit of a conversation with Sam. They're obviously going through some issues. And what's tragic about this, of course, is that Gregory's left in the tub. What his world was like. His tub all by himself, which you should obviously never do with any child that's, a baby or an infant. Remind me so much of Calvin. Calvin being Sam's brother. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. The music here really does make this scene. This scene is a beautiful scene. If you ever get the chance to play the game, this is the scene that's sad and tragic at the same time. By as much as any other scene in the story. Just playing around with jumping out of the water. And there's the launch. I realize that, I need to launch the frog. Get up. And here's where I first tried to see, can I turn on the water? Instead, I got to bring in the whale. It sure made him happy. Launch even higher. Get even more characters into the pool. Or the bath. Bubbles. I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away. And Mom comes back in. Sorry about that, Gregory. I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night. So she does the right thing and finally drains it. Drains the water, but she gets another call from him. And she has to talk with Sam. And then, I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. This is so sad. Okay, there's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I mean, arguments could be made about whose fault this is. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. So sad. Can't do anything with that. Dawn? Who's Dawn? Dawn and Gus. So that's Gregory. What about Dawn and Gus?
I can't imagine
Gus?
my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
He's was 13.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
That's interesting.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Neat little mini games they put in here.
I tried
Sad.
to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Wedding. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, jeez.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
He stayed out to get squashed by this. That's absolutely what's going to happen. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's how they got the chairs got in the trees.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Huh.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
Just get electrocuted.
But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Huh. Oh, there we go. Got the last one. This is neat. And sad. Go for the thunder. Oh. What the? Huh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me
away by
once
the
if
cat,
I
I
was
guess.
a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Only 4, there's 6 left, I guess, technically. K. There's still K. Maybe there's still K? I don't know for sure. Guys, see, Dawn is not even there at all. With sympathy. The kite above. Oh, yeah. Emergency evacuation plan. House rules. No playing outside without permission. No answering door for strangers. No messes after dark. All chores before dark. Respect others. Yeah, I think that works. That works pretty good. Getting later. I never even saw this room for the outside. Raise flag, breakfast, quiet time, duties. Sweep trash, mop my yard, be a baby. Climbing wall, hey? Alright, let's climb the climbing wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Aha.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Interesting. India.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta,
Sanjay.
where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Aha. That's how it fits in. Okay. Fly to India. Alright, let's go out and up.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
This is precarious. Extremely precarious. Jeez. Can I go down? Nope, can't go down. Up it is.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see
Milton.
kids in the house again.
Dawn. Louis.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
There's even more up. Still all that up there still. Still. Alright.
And for a
Classroom.
while, things were good. Almost normal.
I guess there's nothing of worth in there. A family history fact or fiction. Yeah.
But it didn't last.
Classification of things. Interesting. Observation, question, research, hypothesis, experiment, data, and conclusion. Good old scientific method.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Milton.
After Milton
1992
disappeared,
to-
the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okay, so there has to be a way to get in, I guess. Can't break the jars, hey. Perfect video game jars to break. Yeah, just look around here real quick. Don't think there's going to be anything. No. The moon. Across the way. Alright, let's go inside. Footprints, hey? Footprints that go to there, and then up. Interesting. Can I go down here? Yeah. Interesting painting door, hey? Door to where?
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Go up. Milton. They said about Memorial, he's not technically dead though. Pretty neat. Very talented.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Let's actually, gotta turn the page. Somehow turn the page. Oh, there we go. That button. That's pretty cool. Haha. Painting the door. He's gonna walk through the door. Milton.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
So it's still missing Dawn and Sanjay and Lewis. I guess actually Sven and Ingeborg, like those ones are probably not part of it. It'll be Dawn and Lewis, I think that's it. And Edie. Dawn, Lewis, and Edie. Gotta chase that lady. Oh, this is...
But he was so proud of having created it.
Nope.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Huh. Is it God?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.